Now is when it starts to get kind of particular. This is where I go off script and I do things differently from everybody else. I'm going to teach you a way of solving equations that works for every single kind of equation that is difficult for really easy problems, but really, really easy for harder problems. Makes really hard problems really, really easy to do. Makes the easy problems seem like they are difficult, but they are not. They get really easy after a while. So, let's start with some of the basics. An equation is a statement that has an equal sign in it. That's all an equation is. These are both equations because they have that little equal sign in it. That's all an equation is. It doesn't have to have an X in it. It doesn't have to have a letter in it. It's just got to have a little equal sign to make it an equation. A solution of an equation is a number that'll give you a true statement when you substitute a number in it for a letter. A solution set is all the solutions of the equation. Some basics. The addition principle says you can add the same number to both sides. The subtraction principle says you can subtract the same number from both sides, and the division principle says you can divide by the same number on both sides. We're going to use all of these principles. You don't have to know them. I wrote them down to make you feel better because it makes people feel better. That's all. You don't have to know them. Let me tell you what you do need to know. The objective in solving an equation, see there's a little star there. The objective in solving an equation boils down to just this. Your sole reason is to get the letter on one side by itself. That's it. That's all we're trying to do. Get the letter on one side by itself. If you can manage to do that, you have done it. There is a set pattern to doing it in every single equation. Every single equation. One set pattern works all the time. This is that pattern. You follow this pattern, it will work all the time. Step one, you draw the line. If you fail to draw the line, I make fun of you in class because it's the easiest step out of all of them. It's the one that most people would get wrong all the time because it is the first step and everybody misses the first step for some reason. But because I make the first step so easy, I make fun of you if you get it wrong. Don't forget to draw the line. It helps. Drawing the line separates your equation into a left side and a right side. Where do you draw the line? Right underneath the equal sign. It's the easiest thing to find. We'll do some of them so that you'll understand. Then step two is you simplify both sides. We want it so that on one side of the equation, you have one letter and one number. You can have less than that, but you cannot have more than that. You only want one letter and one number. Then we're going to get rid of the fractions. That's part of simplifying both sides. We get rid of the fractions because nobody likes fractions. We get rid of the parentheses and we combine like terms. After we're done with that, we should have it simplified on both sides. Once we've done that, all we need to do is move the letter from the right-hand side to the left-hand side. And we do that by doing the opposite. We're either adding it to both sides or subtracting it from both sides. We move the on step 4, we move the number from the left-hand side to the right-hand side by doing the opposite. And step 5 is dividing by the number in front of the letter. That's why they told you about the addition and subtraction principle, because this is what you use to do steps 3 and 4. And then step 5 is that one. That's why they showed them to you. Now, let's actually do some. And I'll show you how it works. So, keep my little notes. Ooh, gotta balance stuff. Hold on. I keep my little notes up here too. And balance stuff. So here's my equation right here. And here's my notes up here. And see, my equation is like really, really small. That's going to make it difficult for me. but I can handle it. So the first step says to draw the line. I'm going to draw it right underneath my little equal sign. Ching, 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 ching. There we go. Step 2. Simplify both sides. On this side, I only have one letter. I don't even have a number. I know it looks like I have a number there, but it's actually a letter, because that letter makes that whole thing a letter. If you have a letter with a number right beside it, that whole thing is a letter. Like 3 apples, they apples. You can't separate them. That's 3 apples. You can't say that's just a 3. And no, it's 3 apples. So that's 3 ends. Can't say it's not. That's 3 ends. This is a 24. So that's letters. So we got letters, we got numbers. But I don't have more than one letter on this side, and I don't have more than one number on this side. So I'm doing really good as far as simplified. I ain't got no fractions, so I get to skip that one. Ain't got no parentheses, I get to skip that one. Ain't got no like terms on either side, so I get to skip that. We're doing really good. I move on down. It says I need to move the letter from the right-hand side. Well, when I came up here and I drew my line, that made this the left-hand side and this one the right-hand side. Over here, I don't have a letter on the right-hand side. I get to skip that one. It says move the number from the left-hand side to the right-hand side. I don't have a number over here. All I have is a letter. We talked about that. So I don't have to worry about that one. All I'm at is step 5. Divide by the number in front of the letter. What's the number in front of the letter? Well, that's 3. That's the number in front of the letter. So I got to divide by 3. Got to do it on both sides, because if you do it on one side, you got to do it to the other. So when I divide 3 by 3, well, they cancel each other out. That's why we do it. So we get n is equal to 3 goes into 24 8 times. So n is equal to 8. That's how you do it. It works on every single kind of equation. Whether it's a hard equation or an easy equation, it will work on every single kind of equation. Down here on this one, same thing. Draw your line. Don't have to simplify both sides. It's already simplified. No fractions, no parentheses, no like terms, no letter on this side, no number on that side. Divide by the number in front of the letter. Divide both sides by 9. My 9s can cancel out over here. I'm left with y. 9 goes into 36 4 times. So y equals 4. Simple as that. They want to know if the solution to the equation n plus 3 equals 10 is 13. In order to find that out, we take the 13 and put it in place of n. 13 plus 3, does that equal 10? No. That's false. So for number 5, they want to know if we take a 10 here and plug it in, do we get 15? No. So that's not a solution. They didn't say to find the solution. They just want to know if it is a solution. Is 5 a solution here? 3 times 5 equal 15? Yes. Down here, draw my little line. Simplify both sides. No fractions. No parentheses. No like terms. I do have just one letter and one number over here, so I'm okay. That's the max of what we can have. A letter and a number. So we're good. Can't have more than that. So now it says move the letter from the right hand side. This is my right hand side. This is my left hand side. I don't have a letter over here, but I do have a number for step 4. I do have a number over here. My number is 35. I've got to do the opposite. Right now my 35 is a plus 35. I've got to do the opposite of that to get rid of it. So I'm going to have to go minus 35. If I do it on one side, I have to do it to the other. So I'm going to have to go minus 35 over there. That's how they cancel out. That gives me x is equal to 65 minus 35 is 30. Down here, I'm going to draw my little line. Have no fractions, have no parentheses, have no like terms, have no letter on this side, have no number on that side. So I'm back to the dividing part. Divide by 15. Y equals 5. They want us to simplify and then solve. If you look over here, we can go ahead and combine some of this stuff. 15 plus 9, that's 24. Minus 5, that's 19. Equals y plus 10. They want us to get rid of fractions. We don't have any. Get rid of parentheses. We don't have any. Combine like terms. I just did all that. I took care of all those terms and combined them into one. Well, you can't see. Sorry about that. I took care of all these terms and combined them into one. So now I don't have a bunch of different numbers. I just have one number. Which is what they meant. We can't have more than one letter and one number. So I couldn't have all these different numbers. I can only have one number over here. Here I have one letter and one number. Over here I can only have one letter and one number. So that's my one number, 19. Then I'm supposed to move the letter from the right-hand side to the left-hand side. This time I have a letter on the right-hand side. It is Y. It's a positive Y. If I move it, that's going to make it negative. So I'm going to have to go minus Y and minus Y. On the right-hand side, that just leaves me with a positive 10. On the left-hand side, I got a negative Y plus 19. They don't go together. I can't put the Y and the 19 together because you can't add apples and oranges. They're different. So now I have to move my 19 over because it's a number. And I've got to move my number from the left-hand side to the right-hand side. This is why you put the L and the R up there. From the left-hand side to the right-hand side. So I got to do that by doing the opposite. Well, the opposite of a plus 19 is a minus 19. That'll make that cancel out. And I'm left with negative Y equals negative 9. And now I'm supposed to divide by the number in front of the letter. What's the number in front of the letter? This negative 1. There's always a 1 there. It can't just be negative. It's a negative 1. So I have to divide by negative 1. So I get y is equal to a positive 9. Didn't say they were all easy, but they can all be done with the procedure. They can all be done with the procedure. And the more you do the procedure, the easier it's going to get. And we will keep using it. They will keep coming back to solving equations, and it doesn't get any harder than this. This is the procedure. It'll always stay like this. Okay.